Number 2. It's kind of working now. Mark Lax, 12.5, P2, and his McDonald's car. Dan and his purple car, 13.7. Who's gonna be next? I think it's gonna be Souls. Across the line with a 12.5, putting himself in P2. El Queso retires. I wonder if that was a on-track retirement or what. Dan Davis on a lap. And his Lotus, I think he's Lotus. I don't think he's Lotus. Through this section, I need to look at the Monaco track guide, but through swimming pool. Through the chicane into the hairpin. What can he do? This is into the wall. Goes Davis. And yet he still has the front wing. Alright. Davis, 25 flat. Oh, he does not have a front wing. This is the worst quality map I could find. Alright, Lewis on a lap in his very pink car. We like Lewis's car, guys. It's very shiny, very little sponsors. Into the Nouvelle chicane he goes. Little bumpy. Coming out. Lewis is on softs. Lewis isn't supposed to be on softs. Yeah, Panda, what happened? A little bit sliding through, Piscine? Piscine. Rascas! And now, this area. Lewis slowing down. Lewis? Why is Lewis on softs? Does Lewis know he's on softs? Alright, 28.6 goes to Lewis. I wonder if he's just gonna set it back in the back of the grid. JJ. I like JJ's livery. JJ's livery reminds me of Spider-Man. 3 people have softs and all are gonna be behind him. Oh, JJ's on softs. Alright, into the pits goes JJ. I think he realized his mistake. Alright, he's just waiting on people. Dan, 2/10 up on his time through the hairpin into Le Tunnel. Through the tunnel goes Dan in his purple car. Through Neuville chicane over the curbs very nicely. His car on the rails. The Atlantic sponsoring on the halo there through Piscine. This is Rascas. Dan through the hairpin onto the power as quickly as he can. A little bit sloppy through that, the final turn. And across the line goes Dan, 13.2, putting himself in P4. R.I.P. Panda. Wait, Lewis? What is Lewis up to? Lewis in his pink and orange car. R.I.P. Davis is on an outlap in his car. I like Davis's car. You know who we haven't seen yet? Stamso, Scotch, and Andrew. We need to look at their cars. Davis on his outlap. Into the hairpin roundabout. I don't actually know what that's called. There are 4 cars on track, but there's only 3. Is El Queso's car still out there? Is Panda's car still out there? Whose car is that? Oh, Scotch is on a lap. Scotch breaking his wing. Scotch and Dan have almost the exact same livery, by the way. JJ back out onto the softs. What can JJ do? We're also running manual for the first time around Monaco, so I haven't gotten to practice. That is a big rip, Panda. I'm going to go back to eating my pasta, though. That's what I'm doing. As JJ is on his out lap. But, yeah, I'm not going to jump to whoever that white car is. Yeah, I am, because it's Davis. Alright, Davis. We're going to just watch this. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm dying. Davis. Into the tunnel. I love that camera shot. Into Nouvelle Chicane. Through 2 sectors. Davis is 2.5 seconds down in his lap time. Purple sector 2 for Davis. Very nicely as he heads into Raskas. And the final corner, it all relies onto this as he throws his corner through. He does not use any of that curb to the line. What can Davis set? Davis, 16.8, P7. JJ on a lap. Parking it just before the line for some reason. Thanks, JJ. Alright. I don't know what JJ's up to. I think he's trying to set the slowest lap. That way he doesn't get in trouble for setting a lap on softs. Alright, Andrew. Andrew is running a car that is pink, white, and green. Because it represents the old flag of where Newfoundland. The old flag of Newfoundland. Which was green, white, and pink. Fun fact. Kind of looks like the Italy flag. But with pink. Scotch and is all purple. Except for the back car. Lewis flying through sector 1. Is Lewis on a lap? Yes, he is. No, he's not. 1.1 seconds down for Lewis. Stampso in his McLaren car. Special Monaco livery for Stampso. A lot of people running special liveries today. With it being Monaco, I'm not surprised. Maniac, 11-2 for that pole position. JJ through the Rascas, missing the pit lane. I don't know what he's doing. Lewis with an invalid lap. Going out for another on those softs. Alright, Andrew starting his lap. I guess he's on a lap. Through sector 1, 19.6. Throwing his car around into the hairpin. Heading into tunnel section. This is a very fast section into the very slow Nouvelle Chicane as he bumps over the curbs through into the swimming pool section. Andrew 54-2 across the sector 2 line. Through the other chicane, he is heading up into Rascasse. Onto the brakes you go, and then it is early on the power. You have to be careful here. You want a lot of speed, but you don't want to hit that wall as it jumps out. Andrew across the line, 13 flat, goes P4 behind Mark Lax. Golden Sniper with an invalid lap. Is he going to head into the pits, or is he going to be on another one? He's going to go out for another run. So we have to find this white car. This white car. Solzy in his Tim Hortons sponsored car through Rascasse into the final corner. Doesn't go use any of that curb. On the power, ERS, DRS to the line, 12-1. Goes Solzy. Good enough for a P2. That's it. Orange car of someone. I just missed it. Dan retires. Oh, it was Stampso. Stampso with an invalid lap. Who is this pink car? This is Andrew. Andrew's not on a lap, so we don't care about watching Andrew. What's this red car? This is... That's not... There we go. Mark Lax 18 in his McDonald's car. Heading through swimming pool on his outlap. Alright. Golden Sniper on a lap. 3/10 down as he crosses that sector 2 line. Into Rascasse. Very tight corner. You have to be very careful with the brake input. Swinging his car around. A little bit of sliding there as you saw and heard. To the line. What can Golden Sniper get? He is going to be pushing and hoping. 13.5. Good enough for a P6 for Golden Sniper. Not able to improve any positions. Unfortunate for him. We have Lewis Lost, who's not on a lap. We have Stampso starting another one. Is he going to get to the line in time, or is he going to start in the back in P12? To the line. Stampso is able to get his lap started in time. We have a Solzy across the line. He's going to be starting another lap as well. Who is this black car? Maniac. He's not going to be able to start another one. Andrew, purple sector 2 as we join him. 1.5 seconds down. If he can continue, we could see an absolutely beautiful lap through Rascasse. You're throwing your car around into the last corner. What can Andrew do? He's going to be quick on the power, quick on the ERS, DRS. 11.3 goes Andrew. Good enough for a P2, but does not get that P1. 3/10 off. Unfortunate. Mark Lax through Rascasse into the last quarter. What can his McDonald's car push him to? What can he do? What can he find? There's so much time left on the table. 11.9 goes Mark. Good enough for a P3. This black car, Feed Me Scotch on the soft, sliding a little bit through Rascasse into the final quarter. What can Feed Me Scotch do? He's going to go to the line. Stampster retires. Feed Me Scotch. 122. Flat does not improve Lewis. Invalid lap, but there is a car behind him of Souls. Souls, what can he do? Souls to the line. He's going to be winning that pole position, but he's just not going to get it. He's going to have that P4 for Souls. So your P1 is going to be Maniac. P2 goes to Andrew. P3 is Mark Lax in his McDonald's car. P4 Soulsy. P5 is Inhuman Dan. P6 is Golden Sniper. P7 goes to El Queso. Davis sits in P8. Lewis Lost on the soft tire goes P9. Phoebe Scotch on the soft tire goes P10. Original JJ on soft tires go P11. Stampso not able to set a lap goes P12. And Red Panda getting disqualified starts in the back in P13. It will be a very, very nice race today in the midnight streets of Monaco. There could be a lot of action here, folks. You don't want to miss it. We will have to wait for everyone to ready up, which is giving me great time to eat my chicken Alfredo. All right. We will have 30-something laps around Monaco. 5 red lights. And the Monaco Grand Prix gets underway. Don't forget, you have to do the 2-stopper here. Maniac out of the gates. Andrew following right behind. There's so much action. There's Mark. Lewis crashed. Oh my god, wait. Lewis is out of the session. There's a big pile up. There's a big pile up. Oh my god, there's a big pile up. There's a safety car out already, guys. Red Panda. He was there. Oh, Mark. JJ somewhere. Okay, first lap chaos. Andrew sits in P1, getting Maniac off the line into the first corner. Solzy sits P3. Dan finds himself in P4 after all of that. We just got a drive-through for Solzy. El Queso in P5. P6 goes to Golden Sniper. Panda finds himself in P7, fighting his way up. Solzy retirement. Are we restarting the lobby? I'm assuming so, because everyone is retiring, and unless they're just giving the win off to Golden Sniper. We are restarting, so yeah. Feed Me Scott, Davis, El Queso, and Panda all need to retire. Golden, how do you not retire, bro? Guys, it takes one click of a button. 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 One click of a button, guys. Guys, what are we doing? Golden and Scotch. Retire. Golden slowing up on the straight. Here comes Feeding Scotch with the safety car. Golden is ghosted, so is not able to take out Feeding Scotch. Feeding Scotch will lead the rest of this race. Big hit! Golden Sniper retires, but Feed Me Scotch is still going into the wall. He's going to break his wing. I know it's a lobby restart, Lewis. I was just trying to have a little fun. Just send it into the wall, Scotch. There we go. Okay, we'll have a lobby restart. Guys, so Feed Me Scotch will win the Monaco Grand Prix. Golden Sniper getting a P2, his second ever podium in IRL. Red Panda is in P3. Looking very nice for Panda with that podium. I think he's going to get my driver of the day. El Queso in P4, Davis P5. Dan dropping down a little bit. Stamso way up. JJ, Andrew, unfortunate race for him. Just didn't have the pace today. Same with Maniac. Souls. Mark had that retirement, and remember, Lewis died. Yeah, I'm just kidding, guys. I know there was retirement. Or a lobby restart. Guys, I love the dog cam. I'm gonna be honest, I sometimes like to sit here and just talk so I can see the dog cam like move and talk and stuff, because I think it's like, so it's so funny. It's just so adorable. It's just like a little dog, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. And like he has 3 stages. So he has the silent phase, which is never because it's Toasty. You have the basic talking, which is also just never because I'm Toasty. And then you have the loud one, which is usually when it's on because I'm a loud person. Although sometimes it like fluctuates, like it'll like, I don't know. I'm my fan, and so I think that kind of affects it. I'm getting my waffle out now, so I don't have to do it during the race, so people don't get mad at me for commentating how I like to commentate. Alright, I have a POV from Lewis. What even happened? Oh, Lewis just completely cut the corner and then hit Mark and died. Oh. Just waiting for the lobby to be back. Dude, everyone is in the VC except for Feed Me Scotch, and I feel so bad for Feed Me Scotch. Panda's streaming. I'm gonna go visit Panda's chat because he likes to visit my chat. I love Mark's laugh. I love you too, Golden. Alright, so getting back into the lobby for the second time this evening. I had to think about the classification of what you'd call my time right now. For those of you who are curious, it is 7:36 for me. So evening. Unless you're an old person, then it's like bedtime. Like Mark Lax. Alright, just waiting. Toasty to go. Thanks, JJ. I also... Fun thing that I've never noticed before. You can see all the wings in the pit lane. So, let's play a little fun game really quick. So, I think the wing closest to me right now is Dan's. That goldish one is Davis. And that further away purple one is Queso's. Not Queso. Queso has the Alpine livery, right? Feed me Scotch. Let's feed me Scotch's wing. I was trying to remember where I saw that purple from. Just waiting on them to ready up and select everything that they need to, and we will get this race underway in the streets of Monaco for the second time tonight. And in the meantime, I'm gambling. Not real money. I don't condone actual gambling. I'm gambling Mackie points. So, don't get upset at me. Oh yeah, I just got a 21 against the dealer's 20. I wish I could show this on stream, but I don't think I want to condone gambling on the IRL Twitch. So I'm not gambling right now, guys. Oh yeah, I just won again. Oh my god, what's my balance now? I just won so many times. I have 100,000 credits, guys. I'm condoning gambling. If that was real money, I could have just made $50,000. Alright, for the second time tonight, we have the Monaco Grand Prix 5 red lights. And away we go, racing here in Monaco. Maniac, great launch off the line. Andrew is right there, though, not able to capitalize on it. Mark in the back, there's going to be a spun car out there. So much action already. The yellow flags are out, and that's going to be for Dan, who is missing quite a bit of his wing. Both the end plates. Is anyone else missing any? Oh, there's a spun car of Panda. Panda missing end plates as well. So much carnage. There's going to be a safety car out. Watching as this purple car of whoever that is just completely dive a bunch of people under safety car conditions. I think we're going to have to do another lobby restart because what is happening under the safety car? Feed Me Scotch getting a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flags. I think that was the person that was overtaking everybody. And I was right about his wing, by the way, so I'm just the GOAT. Maniac leads so far. Andrew sits in P2. Mark lacks in P3. Lewis finds himself just out in P4. Golden Sniper sits behind in his orange McLaren livery. Feed Me Scotch with a 10-second penalty. In P6, overtaking cars under the safety car. This orange tiger-like livery is Stamso in P7. El Queso sits in P8 with his Alpine-esque livery. JJ finds himself in P9. But is going to head into the pits. So many people into the pits. Golden, Scotch, Stamso, JJ, Solzy, El Queso, Dan. We're getting penalties. What are these penalties that we're getting? So, Lewis has a drive-through and Scotch has a drive-through. Oh, we're restarting the session again. Otherwise, unless I just watched Mark take out somebody for fun. Okay, we were starting again. Okay. Because I just watched Mark Lex hit Maniac and take him out, and I was so confused. So yeah, we're going to do another lobby restart, because apparently we're not allowed to go racing in the streets of Monaco, so people need to retire. Is Feed Me Scotch going to get that memo this time? Dude, I feel like puking right now. I think there was something wrong with that Alfredo. Davis into the pits. Davis retiring in the pits. Panda stopped on track. Is he trying to like disqualify himself, or is he trying to hit Golden? Feed Me Scotch. Oh, trying to hit JJ. Misses that. If you're trying to take out JJ, now would be a perfect timing to Rasgas. Are we continuing racing, or? Guys. There you go. Golden Sniper taking himself out. Just Scotch left. Scotch has not gotten the memo. that we are restarting. There we go. Who is this? Golden Painted, JJ Scotch, Dan, Andrew Lewis, Queso, Shamso, Maniac, Mark, Souls. Who are we missing? Not Queso, not Dan, not Golden, not Andrew. I don't know who we're missing. Who is that P5? Who is that P5? Who am I missing? It's Scotch! No, it's not. It's not Scotch. It's someone who pit. Oh, did my game just crash? My game just crashed. Okay. Guys, don't we just love when my game crashes? Peep the wallpaper, by the way. Dude, I don't know what's happening.
And then fucking do what you need to do. If someone crashes, there's no fucking problem.
I got a superstar, and I made it through turn one completely cleanly. And someone brake checked me after seeing a ghosted car.
Same. I don't know. I'm just saying.
But I don't get how you see a ghost. How some people see ghosted cars and like brake, thinking that it's a collided
Andrew, I'm
car.
gonna give you host. Can you figure out the settings?
You have to press Y.
That kind of scared me. I'm gonna be honest, I got scared joining that. I don't think I've ever heard more arguing. We have a clip of Dan, maybe. I'm watching this from Souls. Oh, Dan just gives Souls no room. That's what happened. Dan gave Souls 0 room on the corner at all. I'm trying to get back into the lobby, guys. Alright. Still trying to get in. 30 minutes in and we have not done...
Oh, that was so much fun today. Thank you so much for your support.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Get in there, Lewis. That's it, mate. That's the 100. Nicky Lewis, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Guys, I just realized something. I don't know why this is just popping in my mind. El queso in English is the cheese. Alright, I'm getting invites. Apparently they really want me in this fucking lobby. But not a lot I can do. Alright, we're gonna try racing again, guys. For the third time. Maybe this time I'll get some commentating right. Oh, excuse me. Panda, don't confuse. Don't confuse Scotch. Don't confuse Scotch. Alright, now whose wing is that? That's the McDonald's wing of Marklax, and then there's no other wings. I don't know why there's no other wings, but there isn't. Oh, thank you, Toasty Oven Bread, for saying the best. What was I trying to do? Oh, I was trying to... Okay. Focus up. Alright, for the third time, we have 5 red lights. Maniac jump starts way off early. We got Mark getting a really good launch. Stamsto's leading. Oh, we're having another retirement. Why is everyone DNF'd already? What the fuck? Dude. Actually, like... Oh my gosh. Oh, red flag! Scotch! The only person gets to do a red flag restart. Alright, I can try to go back to what I was trying to do. How do I... How do I do this, guys? What do I press? What button do I press to? Can I not do it, like, right here? Do I have to, like... Oh, that's stupid. Yeah, I don't know why my game is taking forever right now, but it is. So just stand with me while we wait. Dude, this is the longest I think I've seen my game take. This is nuts. Cause I'm guessing they're fucking waiting on me. Alright, back in the lobby. Now we just gotta wait. Yep, just waiting on people to ready up, and then it'll be go time. Yeah, I'm just ready to get this race done, dude. I'm trying to get my day on, but apparently I'm just stuck here commentating. Oh my god. Whose wing is that? White and orange car. Stampso, maybe? I think that's Stampso's wing. No one else has any wings out. We have Maniac and Andrew starting in Sauce, Mark and Souls and Golden on the mediums, Davis on Hards, Lewis on Sauce, Scotch on the mediums, JJ on Sauce, and Stamsa and Panda on the Hards. Interesting. So Andrew and Maniac are definitely trying to go aggressive, trying to just... I think they're both trying to lead the race after lap 1, which is interesting. And then these three all... Oh, Mark is on the hards, playing it a little safe. Interesting, interesting. I like the different options here. Lewis on the softs, probably trying to get a jump or two on some people. JJ also trying to go the aggressive route. But he's going to have to deal with Lewis, who's also on those softs. It's going to be interesting. But Andrew and Maniac are definitely the two people who I'm going to be watching at the start just because they are both so aggressive. So, for the millionth time, we have 5 red lights, and away we go for the streets of Monaco. Maniac, so far, is going to be leading. Andrew trying to get the move done, but just doesn't. So many people just keeping it clean this time. Thank you guys for so much for keeping it clean. Not a lot of overtakes happening, obviously. It is just lap 1. We don't want any heroes. Maniac still leads the GP in his white car. Andrew follows behind in his Newfoundland flag car. Scotch and Stampso. Oh, there's a Scotch who is in the wall. So many people around this hairpin. Very nice. Andrew and Maniac are still going to be side by side, heading, or not side by side, right next, or like behind each other. Into the tunnel, into the Neuville chicane goes everybody, trying to see if there's going to be any risky overtakes, any heroics going into here. I don't think so, which is going to be very nice. Through its swimming pool, we get to see all of these lovely yachts and everybody racing. Love to see it. Here are our strategies. It is a force two-stopper, don't forget. Here's Davis heading through swimming pool. He is dropped down. Stamso and JJ. Stamso getting past JJ. JJ almost hitting the wall. Solzy and Mark fighting. Andrew gets into the lead. There was a big slide. Panda, Mark, and Soul still fighting. Souls gives up the position. JJ and Panda. JJ gets past Panda. Very nice. Andrew now leads the Grand Prix. He got a really good run into the straight. Here's Souls on the back of Mark Lex. What can Souls do? Is he going to try to make a move anytime soon, or is he just going to try to sit behind, wait for something safer, maybe on that straight? A little bit of a love tap for Mark, but there is no real damage done to Soulsy there. Very nice stuff there through the hairpin into the bridge section. Souls, the shoulder cam for him as we're watching, trying to see what is the move here. The front wing camera getting so close. You can see how close the drivers are to the walls and to each other when you're in such a tight space. It's kind of hard. Lewis looking at the back of Golden Sniper. He kind of wants something. I can see it. He wants to try to get on with this. Trying to maybe go for a run for Soulsy, but there's not going to be anything right now. Souls and Mark. Souls is going to have DRS here, so if he's going to burn to try to get past Mark, now is going to be the time. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck in this P4 for a second. Yeah, he's just going to stay. Panda and JJ go racing. JJ gives up the position to Panda. JJ kind of falling back. Scotch trying to catch up. Davis on the controller, trying to catch up as well. Maniac slowly trying to dip into that DRS. If he could get DRS here, he will definitely be happy, especially going onto that pitch straight where he can maybe try to get something. Stamso and Lewis. Stamso getting by Lewis. Very clean stuff here, but Lewis still trying to just keep it. He doesn't want to admit that that position is gone, so he's just going to try to stick it and just nothing comes of it. But I still want to watch Maniac and Andrew. That full white car followed by the... Oh, he clutched the Neuville chicane. He's going to get a 3-second for that. I'm not even surprised in the slightest. Starting to watch this white car trying to catch up to Andrew. He's going to have the DRS now as we go into Rascas. So it's going to be a lot into here if he can do something. Trying to watch, get some cinematic shots. That McDonald's car of Mark Lax following behind. He's going to have DRS onto Maniac. Souls is going to have DRS, but Gordon is not. But Stamso is trying to follow that car. Lewis with the DRS. Panda does not get DRS. Neither does JJ. Feed me Scotch. Maybe sliding around a little bit. First one into the pit lane. Here comes Davis. And look how many cars there are. All just trying to follow each other, trying to see what positions they can make. Oh, Mark upon the curb, trying to maybe get a little bit of a move done, but just nothing comes of it. These two orange cars have been battling for a little bit, trying to just battle each other. Stamso definitely wants to move on. He qualified P10, 12, I think? P10? P11? P11, I think. And so that's just normally where you don't see this man. Stamso, he's a tier 1 driver, so you would expect him up towards the top, but he's just not up there. So he is trying to follow alongside, but here comes Mark Lax. Mark trying to follow Mr. Maniac. What can Mark do here? He's going to get a better run into Rascas. Maniac goes into the pit, sliding around a little bit goes Mark, but he's going to have the DRS here to help fend from Souls in P3 here. I don't know why Maniac pit. Does he have a wing change, I wonder? Or is he just pitting? He's pitting off the softs onto the hard, so he's going to be on these hards for a little bit. JJ also dipping into the pits. I wonder if we're going to see Andrew into the pits anytime soon now, with some of the other soft runners coming in. Stamso having a better run into Golden Sniper as ever. What can Golden do here to defend? I mean, you just kind of have to place your car exactly in the middle of the track, and you just can't overtake. Trying to watch Stamso, you can see that he might be getting a little frustrated with Golden, trying to get past. You can see a little bit of a tap there as they head into the tunnel. I wonder if Stamso is going to try to make something here. This little Jew boy trying to get past. He's going to look for an overtake here. Is he going to send it? No, he's not. He's going to stay behind Golden. These two orange cars looking very similar, still just racing, heading into the swimming pool section. Stamso ever closer to Golden Sniper. These two are just completely racing. This position is for this 4th place. So Stamso maybe looking at a podium after this if he can get on with his race, but Gordon is definitely going to be holding him up. That gap to Souls is definitely going to be large. It's going to be hard for Stamster to get into the podium now. That DRS is active. Is he going to send something here? Into turn 1. No, he's not. He's going to stay behind. Not able to make any moves just yet. Still just holding off. Trying to make something happen, but trying to keep it safe, and it's just not happening just yet. Golden Sniper defending so beautifully. Trying to show off his pace. Here's Souls on the back of Mark Lex. They have caught Andrew. Andrew on the 6-lap old softs. Definitely trying to get past and trying to make some room. But these softs are just not going to have the pace anymore. We watched 2 soft runners already pit. I wonder if Andrew's going to pit in this lap or if he's just going to try to hold on. I mean, he's going to not have... Mark's not going to have the DRS to him, but Souls is. So I think Mark... Here comes the move! Stamso on Golden Sniper, but he backs out of it into the Nouvelle Chicane. But Golden Sniper was a little wide. These two side by side through Nouvelle Chicane into swimming pool section. Stamso getting past Golden Sniper. Finally, he probably wanted to make that move 6 laps ago, just wasn't able to. Here he goes, Andrew, into the pits like we called, onto the medium tire. So he's going to end up probably onto the hards or the mediums. I don't know what his strategy is going to be like. But now Mark leads the race for the first time. Stanso finds himself in P3, Golden in P4. And here comes Andrew. Where is he going to come out? Maniac gets the undercut on him. So Andrew is going to come out in P6. How far back off of Maniac is he, though? The rude corner 1. You gotta skip that, remember, if you come out of the pits. Andrew, 4.1 seconds back. So that overcut just did nothing for him. He should have pit so much earlier when they all did. But now he's gonna have to deal with Red Panda. Red Panda on the 7-lap old hards. Not gonna have any pace whatsoever. Here is Souls and Mark. They're gonna be battling a little bit and a little bit. Souls is going to have the DRS on him when we get to the pit straight through Nouvelle Chicane. Both of them go. Soulsy trying to catch up. Remember, Mark Lex is a regular T1 driver, so he should have a lot of pace today, but so is Souls. Souls, very fast driver. Debut race yesterday in Tier 3, and he got a podium P2 for Souls. So can he follow it up with a race winner podium here? A little bit rough and sketchy through that last corner. He's going to lose about a 10th off of Mark, but that DRS is going to help him find it back, but he could have been so much closer. Big slide for him. Maniac getting past Gold. I don't know exactly what happened there. I wonder if that's just not what really you wanted. Here is Andrew JJ across, or is this Panda? I think this is Panda, sorry. Into the final corner, heading into the pit straight. Looking very nice in that red car. Yeah, that's Panda. Lewis and his ugly-ass car following in at P8. So the only battle right now is going to be Souls and Mark Lax. But Mark Lax does have a little bit more pace than him. We're watching that time slip away. Andrew getting ever closest to Golden Sniper. Golden Sniper making a mistake as they head into the roundabout. Hairpin love tap for Golden, sending him a little bit into that wall. But it wasn't a big mistake. I wonder if you might not be a little bit happy about that. Andrew may be trying to do a little bit of aggressive driving. Are we going to see him move into here? This shoulder camera not going to give us the best move. They're playing a little bit of bumper cars. The wing camera is... Andrew going to keep trying to make moves here. He is keep tapping him. He's going to go side by side as we get the helicopter section. People on the yacht are going to be excited about that one as they watch Andrew get by. Maybe a little bit dirty. Golden cutting the chicane right after, trying to keep within the DRS of Andrew. That fight was for P5, but now Andrew, 5.6 seconds is the gap to Maniac, who right now is his rival. Maniac started in pole position, Golden retiring in the pits. Just probably wasn't his race, wasn't enjoying it, which is fine. Soulsy, 1.6 seconds off of Mark Lax now. He was sticking with him, but now he's not. I wonder if just this the tires, or what happened there. Yeah, Soul's on the 8-lap old mediums to Mark's 8-lap old hards. These mediums maybe dying a little bit more now. Remember, this is a new game. The tire wear is so much better here, and so you're going to have a harder time around Monaco. You cannot make those tires last as easily as you may have back in F1 24. So Souls right now struggling on these mediums, trying to catch up to Mark Lax, maybe trying to get a little bit of an undercut going if he can, but it's all just going to come down to strategies. It is going to be a question of who pits to what tire? JJ coming out of the pits. A little bit ghosted. I wonder if ghosting's on through the corner one. Remember, you're going to skip that when you come out of the pits. Here comes Lewis. Lewis setting an absolute storm right now. He is on a 2-lap old hard, so he pit already. I'm guessing off of softs. Following him, he is on the back of Panda. I wonder if he's going to try to make something here. Oh, Panda into the wall. Panda's front wing might just be gone. There's a virtual safety car out just for Panda. I hope Panda broke his back wing from doing that, because I think that would be hilarious. Yeah, virtual safety car out right now. Lewis into the wall. I wonder if he was trying to get into the pits and then maybe just decided against it all. Good evening, NJW. Welcome, welcome. Who is getting free pit stops here? Marklex is not. Soul, Stamso, Maniac sits in P4, Andrew in P5, Lewis P6, Panda into the pits, getting that new front wing. Here comes Davis. Is Davis going to take an opportunity? Maybe pit off these hards. No, he's not. He's going to continue on them. Not taking the free pit stop. Here is Phoebe Scotch trying to storm up, trying to make a way up into these standings. JJ on the fresh mediums through Rascast. A little bit sketchy there. I thought he might have hit the wall. Feed Me Scotch dives into the pits off the 5-lap old hards. That's a little bit iffy. 10-second penalty for that. Red Panda getting a drive-through for speeding under the BSC. Let's look at some penalties. So we have a drive-through for Souls, which is just going to be so unfortunate for him, but he's going to take it right away. Here is Souls' drive-through. He really wants to get off these mediums. I can tell because he has lost so much pace. And now Souls is going to have a car in front of him. That being Feed Me Scotch, I think. I think he's going to have a lapped Feed Me Scotch in front of him. A little bit of a corner cutting for Feed Me Scotch here as we are watching Souls trying to catch up to him, trying to make the overtake done so he can continue on. Tristorm fighting Marklex again. Here's Stamso in P2. Here is Maniac, though. Maniac trying to make the move. Maniac definitely wanting to get back onto his race pace. With him stuck behind cars, he's going to be a little bit limited in speed here. So it is all about the timing. When can he make the overtake? A little bit wobbly. Is he just going to cut the chicane? Yes, he is. So Maniac's going to cut the Neuville chicane, get another 3 second for that. I wonder if he was trying to pass Stamso. Maybe trying to do a little bit of a George Russell. And just wasn't able to. He just didn't time it right or something. And wasn't able to make the move. And wasn't able to get past. So he's still going to be stuck behind Stamso. JJ with a drive-through. Panda and Scotch both have 10-second penalties for speeding in the pit lane. Here's Maniac, though. Still on the back of Soul. Still trying to get past Stamso. Maniac definitely has the pace to catch up to Mark. It's just a question of when can he overtake Stamso to get into that position. Because right now he has done about 2 laps behind Stamso, maybe getting held up a little bit. Trying to get past. This is not an easy circuit for overtakes. Your best options are really into the straight with the DRS, into bridge if you have it, or if you're risky enough, maybe making a move into Neuville chicane like we tried to see with Stamso in Golden. Here is Maniac and Stamso, though, through the bridge section. What can we see? Maniac definitely ever closer, trying to make a little bit of traction move, seeing if he can put down the power a little bit faster than Stamso. He just isn't able to. Still sticking behind, not able to do any moves just yet. Still sticking. JJ gets a time penalty in the pits, which is just going to be so unfortunate for JJ. JJ, what is JJ pitting to? Where's he's on 2 mediums? I wonder if he's serving his drive-through, actually. Maniac, 3/10 back off of Stamso. If you're going to make a move, try to get onto your race. You want to do it soon because it has been so many laps that he has been stuck behind Stamso. And we're watching Andrew maybe get closer and closer. Maybe Stamso is playing a little bit of team game, saying, oh, big slide for Maniac. We see him hit the wall. Here's Andrew getting past the ghosted car. If this was real life, I think there would have been a red flag out immediately. But Andrew's able to get by into P3. Able to start his charge on Stamso. Stamso's maybe going to have a big sigh of relief now that he doesn't have to worry about Maniac behind him. So we're going to continue on with the race. These are the World Car liveries, MJW. So these are liveries that they picked out for their team. If you go into suggestions, there should be a World Car teams chat, and you can look over all the teams. There also should be a World Car lineup, so you can see all the teams. There are several ways to view them. I don't know exactly what you'd call the liveries. A lot of them have special liveries today. For Monaco, like Andrew has a special Old Newfoundland flag livery. Stamso's running the orange Jewmobile livery. There's no Jew signs on there. I think Lewis might be running a special livery. First time back racing ever since the first race of the season. Solzy running his no sponsor livery. Red Panda running a red livery. Obviously Davis in his car with a little bit of that bronze-ish tint on it. Davis, or Speed B Scotch with his purple livery. Oh my gosh! I think that was trying to pull out a safety car. And if it is, he did it successfully. And you know who's going to be happy right now? Solzy, that he was able to get past that safety car before it fully went out. So he didn't have to wait on it. So I think that unless Red Panda pits, he will be leading under after the safety car. Stamso is going to be happy about that. Mark Lex letting the lapped car go by of Davis. So he's going to have 2 lapped cars in front of him. So Mark Lex is in P1, Stamso is in P2. Andrew maybe going to feel a little bit upset about that, because if we go and check the tires, Mark Lex and Stamso are going to get a free pit stop here. And that's just going to be beneficial for them so much. That's exactly what they were wanting and hoping for. And we can even watch as Mark Lex dips into the pits, not getting a time penalty. You're watching him be very cautious there. We're watching Stamso do the same. Andrew also peeling into the pits. I wonder if he's going to be able to make hards last if he pits onto hards. Or is he going to have to make another pit stop? Because if he can keep these out and make them last for the next, 15 or... not 15 laps, for the next... I don't know how many laps, 21 laps, then he might have a victory because Stamso and Mark still have to pit. Maniac into the pits, getting a new wing. Look at this all-white livery. I don't think I like that. Lewis also into the pits. Souls, is he going to come into the pits? No, he's not. So he's going to try to get track position. He's only really going to get one off of Lewis. Why is Souls just stopped on track? Oh, was he trying to... I wonder if he had a delta there. Red Panda and Davis, if they wanted to pit, they would have pit already. Davis on the 13-lap old hard, so he has a free pit stop, and he just didn't take it when he wanted to, so I don't know why he didn't. Mark is going to be leading the safety car restart. Stamso holding that P2 on those mediums. Andrew in P3 with the hard tires. It's going to be a little bit rough for him. The people in front of him on the medium tires are going to have more grip. They're going to have more pace. So if Andrew wants to keep things going, he's going to have to chug along. Maybe try to make a move off of Stamso, stick behind Mark, and just hope that their tires die quick enough that he can get by very cleanly, very safely. Maniac is in the same situation, but he's going to have Andrew behind him. And these two, they do not like each other right now. Maniac started in pole position, but Andrew was able to get past him on the first lap. And Andrew has been technically in P1 most of the race, except for when he pit. When he pit, he got undercut by Maniac. Maniac had been leading, and now Andrew's in that P3 after Maniac's big spin, so Maniac sits in P4. Soul's in P3, 5 with the 3-lap old hards. So he chose not to pit, he went for track position instead, getting that P5. He's going to have a very fast Maniac in front of him on the fresh hards. So Souls is going to have to do a little bit of work to keep up, but I don't have any doubt in my mind that Souls can do it. Lewis trying to catch the safety car right now. As it's in Sector 1, Panda trying it in that same boat there. 5-lap old mediums. Davis not yet pitting. I don't know if Davis knows it's a forced 2-stopper, and I wonder if he's going to try to do the 1-stop still. But yeah, so still 8 cars left in the race. Still anything could happen. Andrew pretty close to Stamso, which is going to be a little risky as they head through the hairpin, getting really close to each other, Lewis and Souls. A little bit of touchy there. Surprised Lewis. There's the penalty. There's the penalty for Lewis. Davis still holding out on these hards, have yet to pit off of them at all on this race. So he is still running the 15-lap old hards, looking for something, wanting something, trying to make something happen. He just really hasn't been able to. Safety car heading through Rascasse. It is not in this lap because we would have been told already. Still trying to wait for Davis and Panda to catch up, but they don't have much left. Panda through the yachts. This is one of the best sections to look at. Look how beautiful all of that is. Red Panda in his red livery going through Rascasse. The safety car is still in Sector 1. So I think Panda might be able to catch up if he maybe puts a little power to it, but he dips into the pits, getting off those mediums, which is a little bit of a strange call, but I dig it. Let's see what Davis does. Does Davis finally decide to get off these hards, or is he going to continue off them and try to stick it out? I think for a second he thought about it, but he's going to continue out on them, the 16-lap old hards, when he crosses the line. He's going to get the move off of Panda while he is in the pits. We'll jump back up to the safety car queue as they round the hairpin. It is a little bit tricky to do safety cars here. Just because you have to be so careful. You have to be careful here all the time, but safety cars are going a little slower than normal, so you really have to think about it. Red Panda getting a 10-second penalty for cutting the corner. How do you cut the corner coming out? I wonder if he just crossed the red line and still thought that he could cut it like that. So here's Panda. I don't know if Panda's going to be able to catch up. I don't know if Davis is going to catch up. I think it might be in this lap. But we all have to watch as they head through swimming pool section. All these people on the yachts watching, getting a lovely free show, partying hard. You party hard while watching F1. That's for sure. The safety car will be in this lap. Mark Lax will lead the restart. We'll watch Andrew here, Andrew on the hards, trying to make something happen, watching the Iceman a little bit. Maniac trying to get a little bit of a wider line, maybe trying to get a better run. Here is the restart, though. Is there going to be any position changes? I don't think so. We're seeing all those signs out. Mark Lex with his Parrot McDonald's livery hitting the wall. That was kind of a big hit. Stamso still leads behind in that P2 spot. Here is Andrew and his Newfoundland. Little livery here. Maniac still very aggressive. Maybe still just trying to push, trying to get on to Andrew, trying to make the move happen so that he can try to get by, trying to look for a win. Solzy and Lewis going too wide as we head into the roundabout hairpin. A little bit of contact there for Souls, but I think everything is okay as long as there's no damage. Mark Lack still leading, but here is Stamso. Stamso is only 0.3 off, so if there's going to be a move, it's going to be here, but there is no dive. Probably the smarter call here. It's a little bit risky to try to make a move in here. Maybe a little bit of a tap there for Andrew, but nothing happens or comes of it. Lewis on the hard tire following Solzy. Solzy's tires are going to be a little bit more worn as he didn't pit under the safety car because he pit last 3 laps beforehand. Running in this P5 spot for Tim Hortons Racing. The DRS is enabled. So if you're going to try to make a move, it's going to be soon. Maniac 0.3 away from Andrew. You have to drive perfect. Trying to catch up to Andrew. Seeing what he can do. He definitely wants his position. I think he maybe remembers the first couple of laps when Andrew got by saying, hey bud, now it's my turn. Can Maniac try to make something happen? This is where he had his big spin earlier, don't forget. We're already seeing these tire offsets. Andrew on the hards, already 1.8 seconds off of Stamso. Stamso still falling close behind Bart, so you know it's not just pace, it's the tires. Stamso still 3/10 back. Not going to make a move into the Nouvelle Chicane. Over the curbs very nicely. Maybe losing a lot of time there. Actually, he will. He's going to lose about 4/10 there through the Nouvelle Chicane, but he's going to find it back. You can see the pace difference. You can see where Stamso gains time to where he loses time. Into Rascasse. This is going to be a move on the pit straight. I think there might be. I mean, Samso has been trying to get past Mark for so long, trying to keep up. Can he make something happen here with the DRS? No, he can't. So we're going to jump back over to Maniac. Is Maniac going to try to get something here? No, he's not. And Lewis off the back of Souls. Can Souls do something to defend, or is Lewis going to be able to get past? We're just going to have to wait and find out. Oh. Stamso is still there, still watching and waiting, trying to capitalize off of Mark if he makes one tiny little minor mistake. A little bit bumpy over that curb. Like, these curbs are a little bit iffy on whether you want to hit them or not. Sometimes they can make you lose traction, sometimes they can help you find a little bit of speed. It is all about testing, and testing these drivers have done. 0.5 seconds is the gap between Stamso and Mark Lax now. Maniac, a little bit wobbly into Nouvelle Chicane. Trying to look still onto Andrew, trying to make something happen. Here is Soulsy and Lewis. Souls went ghost, and Lewis was able to capitalize, getting past. I don't see a broken wing off of Soul, so he is still just running behind Lewis. I don't know exactly what made him ghost there, but I don't know. Stamso, 0.4 seconds off. Still trying to close that gap. Still trying to get past Mark. I think the undercut could be very powerful here if Stamso were to pit anytime soon. If he still has another set of hards in the tank, I think he can go the rest of the way. Unless he has mediums, then he's really going to have to make these last. Andrew, you can definitely see these tires have kicked in. As at this lap alone, we've seen Andrew close 0.3 tenths. I guess 3 tenths. I don't know why I said 0.3 tenths. Soulsy and Lewis are inside of each other. I mean, Soulsy is just all inside of Lewis's butt. That was kind of interesting. Stamso still trying to follow off the back of Mark Lax, trying to see what he can do here. Lewis gets a time penalty for cutting the corner. Wonder where that was. Maybe just trying to get a little bit more of a gap for him, Souls. But it didn't really work, as Souls is still within DRS. Speaking of DRS, here is the DRS straight. You can tell that Andrew is burning because Maniac gained 0 time to him, and those tires have really kicked in. That gap was once 1.8, but now it's just 1.2. As maybe the mediums have definitely died off. I think these two front leaders may be pitting soon. Maybe they're going to watch Andrew's pace, see how Andrew is just ever catching them, and maybe it's just time for them to pit. Andrew is now going to be sitting behind Stamso, who's sitting behind Mark Lax, and Maniac is sitting behind all 3 of them, trying to make something happen. But right now, if Maniac tries to make a move, if he tries to race Andrew, they might break DRS off of the front runners, and they might just have a better position. So Maniac, if he is smart, he won't try to race Andrew just yet, and maybe wait for Andrew to make some moves, wait for the front runners to pit, and then make your move. That's what I would do. Soulsy getting a time penalty for cutting the corner. Souls and Lewis so close with each other. What can these two do? They both have very similar pace around here, I'm finding. Maybe Souls pushing Lewis through some of these corners so all over the back of him. That looks like front wing to back wing. So Souls is just going to be all over the back of him. That DRS is going to be open. He's probably going to be burning a little bit. Trying to catch up. Can Souls make a move? No, he can't. He's going to hold behind. Stamso and Mark Lax have yet to pit, and that gap is just ever closer than it ever was. These 3 drivers separated by so little, and the 4, if you count all of them together, they're separated by less than 1.5 seconds between the 4 drivers. This is going to get a little bit sketchy. Stamso losing the DRS of a Mark Lax, trying to defend from Andrew. Lewis and Souls battling a little bit. Lewis able to hold his position, though, trying to get past. Here is Andrew. Andrew all over the back of Stamso, not able to make anything happen through the Nouvelle Chicane, but that time is gaining. Mark Lax has our penalty for 3 seconds. Soulsy and Lewis fighting into Nouvelle Chicane. Soulsy gets past, but that's not what I'm really focused on. There's a spun car of Maniac, so Maniac's going to be on that train now. So now it's just going to be Andrew, Stamso, and Mark Lax. Andrew's going to have the DRS here. Mark into the pits. So it's just going to be Andrew and Stamso. Andrew on the fresher tires, on the harder tires, maybe lasting a little bit longer. We're watching the medium runners definitely lose pace here because Mark is into the pits. Mark is going to lose a little bit of position in the pits. But mind you, I think some of these people still have to pit. Soul still has to pit. I bet Maniac might still have another pit stop of him. Same with Andrew if they can't keep going. Stamso has to pit. Stamso holding up Andrew a little bit. You can tell that Andrew maybe just has a little bit more pace than Stamso. He just can't capitalize on it because you can't really overtake through Monaco. So it's going to be rough. Lewis and Souls, we've seen these battle all day long through the hairpin. Lewis trying to get past Souls, but Souls defending his heart out, trying to make something happen. There's a spun car of Red Panda again. Their yellow flags are out. Wonder if he's trying to cause a safety car. If that safety car went out, that would definitely benefit Stamso. Stamso still trying to lead. Big corner cut for Souls as he gets a time penalty. Stamso still leading this race, but dips into the pits, and Andrew is going to have fresh air for the first time in a long time. So Andrew is going to be absolutely pushing, trying to make a time gap, trying to make these tires last, trying to make him go. I don't know if you can make 24 lap old hards last, but if there's going to be a man to try to do it, it's going to be my boy Andrew. Big slide for Andrew as we head through this sector. Maniac catching up a little bit after his big spin. It was a 4-second gap, but now it's only 2/10. Soulsy off the back of Lewis. These two have been battling all day, like I said before. Soulsy and Lewis both wanting this position for this podium right now. But Souls missing his braking. So he's going to use the little runoff area to avoid any wing damage. He's going to lose a position to Stamso, who pit. I wonder if it was those tires. I wonder if the 13-lap old tires just don't have them in them. So I wonder if we're going to have to see maybe someone like Andrew and Maniac pit soon if Souls aren't lasting. Mark Lax catching up to Lewis now. What is Mark Lax going to do? I bet Mark is going to want to make the move anytime soon. Lewis maybe going a little bit slow, especially on those worn tires, and the fresh new hards for Mark Lax are going to be his beneficiary. Going to go for this gap. He's going to go for it. Is he going to make the move? He's going to make it stick. So that is the overtake of the day for sure. Mark on Lewis. So now Mark is going to get completely pushing. He definitely got a warning there. We're even going to check that because I am so sure of that getting a warning because that was so bad. Yeah, Mark Lax getting a track limit warning like I said. Not even close whatsoever. Maniac in this P2 spot, not really getting anything off of Andrew, especially not what he wanted. If there's a safety car anytime in the next 5 laps, Andrew and Maniac are in Golden City. They will both be showering in the gold today. Maniac maybe just in the silver. Oh, big hit for Maniac. I don't know if that broke his wing, though. I think that might be a right end plane gone. And yes, it is. That big hit definitely is not going to help Maniac. Now it's a question of, can Maniac figure out how to drive without an end plate? No, he can't, so he's going to dump into the pits. Same with Panda. Panda serving a time penalty. Those pit stop guys have a really cool skin on them. Davis, NP7, trying to catch up, trying to make something happen. Trying to put himself in a better position than just P7. Remember, he got P2 last week with 2 finishers, so he's definitely going to be wanting to make something happen. Lewis, NP4 now, big slide for him on the 12-lap old hard. He's going to have a time penalty. He is not going to be running for a podium right now, especially on these harder tires, but it is also just a question of, can he make them last? Can he hold out for Maniac, or is he going to get overtaken by Maniac when he comes across? I don't know how long these tires are going to last. They do have to last another 12 laps to make something happen. If Andrew can pull it off, he will have the race win. If there's a safety car, Andrew will have the race win. If there's nothing, I think Andrew might lose because of a puncture, because of tire wear, because of something that's just going to be out of his control. I bet Davis is going to pit in too soon. I bet he is feeling the effects of these tires. You can even watch and see how bad they are and how much wear they have on them. He's going to be going around Rascast. Does he head into the pits? No, he doesn't. He's going to do another one out. So by the time he gets started with that lap, he's going to have 9 lap old mediums. Andrew still leading the way, still showing so much pace, still gaining so much off of Mark's laps, despite Mark having the fresher tires by almost 10 laps. But now we're watching maybe some of that pace go, so I bet it was just only on the straight that he gained. See, yeah, 3/10 is that loss there. And Mark is still just eating into it, trying to catch up to Andrew at any cost possible. We're seeing Mark make so many mistakes. So if Andrew can just defend, maybe, try to keep his tires alive, I bet he can have it. But it's just all going to be up into what he can do with himself. So in that P3 spot, he's been here so many times today. Trying to catch up to Mark. That gap is 1.6 seconds. He been a little bit later than Mark. So that undercut definitely showing its true pace. I think Lewis definitely slow on track though. I don't know why. I wonder if he's waiting for Souls. I bet these two are definitely going to want a battle. Yeah, you can definitely see it. You can see Souls getting ever closer to Lewis now. Lewis maybe slowing up a little bit for him. Trying to make it past. Trying to make something happen. Can he get past? I don't know. These two have been battling all day. As I've said so many times before, these two great battles that we've seen. Not the cleanest, but they have been great. So Andrew still holding out on these very, very old hards. Watching him head into the roundabout hairpin. Mark has gained about 1.5 seconds since the last time I checked him. Stamso 1.7 seconds. So maybe losing a little bit of pace. Wonder if Stamso just doesn't have the raw pace that maybe Mark does, and maybe the only reason he was able to stick with Mark was because of that slipstream, was because of that maybe DRS. So it's going to be a little bit rougher for Stamso right now, trying to keep up with it. Maniac sitting in that P4 spot, looking very nice, looking very clean with this white livery. He has to pit. He had to pit because he had a big hit into the wall, which broke his end plate. So he is on the 2-lap old mediums, trying to make something happen with these. Davis, you can tell his tires just don't have it anymore. The 10-lap old mediums just aren't going to be the tire you want to be on. But I bet he was just trying to hold out so that he could pit again. But this Davis was started on the hards, so I know for a fact that he just has to pit one more time, but he's going to have to make another set of 10-lap old mediums work. Otherwise, he's just not going to have his position. So maybe getting a little bit closer, I think, for sure. I think that gap was 2 seconds, but now it's only 1.2. Watching these two battle and race, it has been so close. Solzy with a time penalty now, as he has gotten within the DRS of Lewis. So these two are going to have some nice racing once again, like we've seen so many times for them. So this is going to be so exciting. Watching both of them fight, I'm so excited to watch more battling. Here is Stamso within the DRS of Mark. Big mistake for Mark. I wonder if Mark is broken at all. I can't tell. They were heading through the tunnel way too fast. I think that's a broken right end plate for Mark. Can he survive on it, or is he going to have to pit again? If he pits, that is just GG's for him. That is a lost race win. But it might be anyways, because Andrew has just been dominating on the hards. These 16-lap old hards, showing his pace, showing his pride for his country, trying to show what he can and can do. Stamso in that P3 spot, on for a podium right now, trying to catch up to Mark, Solzy, and Lewis side by side as we head through the bridge. Here's the wing cam. Oh, big tap, sending Lewis into the wall through the chicane, the Neuville chicane. Side by side through swimming pool section. These yacht owners definitely getting a good show here. Solzy is missing a right end plate. I wonder how he broke that, but I bet he's not too happy about that. Especially with Lewis having a full functioning car right behind him. So he's going to have to maybe push a little bit, try to survive, but it's just going to be a little bit rougher, especially With that end plate being broken, Lewis on the medium, Solzy on the hards. So theoretically, Lewis should just have the advantage everywhere as we watch him get past Souls. But it's still just a battle that could be going on for ages. Stamso getting closer to Mark. That gap is so close as they head through. I think... Or that's Stamps. I don't know why I'm on Maniac. That's my bad. I had a freaking brain fart there. Stamso still just trying to hold by. You just can't really do a whole lot in Monaco. His best chance to overtake was just back then, and he just didn't take it. So he's still going to be struggling for a little bit now. Watching these two, I know for a fact that Stamso wants to get past Mark. Mark with the damage is going to be a little bit slower, especially in a circuit that requires so many turns. Maniac and that DRS now, so it's going to be close between all of them. These three all battling for this P2 spot. Maybe this P1 if Andrew has to pit, but I don't think he will. He doesn't look like he's going to pit, and if he did pit, I would definitely be on the soft, so he'd just be able to cook and maybe catch up. This undercut is definitely more powerful, so he's just going to get completely past if he does pit. And it's, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be really close. I don't know how well he's going to be able to make these tires last. Solzy and Lewis, these two fighting. Oh, big dive into the corner. That's going to be very bad. Oh, big hit. These two locked up on each other. Lewis into the wall. Here comes Davis. And P8. And I think he's lapped a little bit. Maybe that wasn't Lewis or Davis or whoever. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Andrew still leads. We're going to get a 10-second penalty for Red Panda for speeding in the pit. Stamso got past. Everyone got past Mark. Mark having a little bit of a slowdown through the chicane. Or not the chicane, the hairpin. The red hairpin. He's going to have a little bit loss of pace now as he drops out of the DRS. Now it is a real fight for this podium. Is Maniac going to make a move here? Yes, he is. Oh! It's a big hit into the wall. Both of them are going to definitely take damage here. We're trying to watch out and see what damage they actually did take. Here's Stamso. Stamso definitely missing a left end plate. No, he's not. Stamso has 0 damage whatsoever. I thought he definitely would be. What is Maniac looking like? He's definitely missing a left end plate, that's for sure. These two still battling. Oh, big hit as they head into the final corner. This is just going to be so beneficiary for Andrew, who's still in the lead. Maniac getting past Stamso. How many penalties do they both have, though? Because that's just going to depend on everything. 9-second penalty for Maniac, so why was he fighting that position so hard? It means nothing. It means an on-track position, but that means nothing. And that's just going to ruin him even worse now because he's going to have to cover 6 seconds to Mark Lex if he wants to try to do anything and keep this podium. Here is Lewis and Solzy, though. These two have been battling so much today. I think they're just doing it for the love of the game at this point. I would not even be surprised. I would do the same, honestly. Oh, big hit as they go side by side into the final hairpin of Rascas into the final corners. Looking very nice going side by side. Solzy has the DRS. So he's going to have that inside line trying to make something happen here. He's going to stick it. Big hit as Lewis pushes him across that corner, giving him another time penalty. So Lewis and Solzy both on 9 seconds, both wanting to do something here. I bet if Andrew got a puncture here, I bet he could continue it out, and maybe as long as he doesn't spin, he could have the win here still, as long as he's able to keep it within 3 seconds of Stamso. Stamso losing a lot of time off of Maniac now. I'm going to go back to tires so we can see what everyone's tires are on. Mark onto the softs, maybe going for the fastest lap point. The 10-lap old hard should be doing a lot better than the 8-lap old medium, so I don't know why Stamso's losing so much pace. Here is Souls and Lewis, though. These two battling still. 35 laps later. Davis and Andrew, the only people still left without penalties. Andrew has been showing a master class race all so far. What can Andrew do here, though? I mean, 20 lap old hards. We're going to get on to 21 lap old hards. As he crosses the line, you can see a lot of sliding. I want to look at the tire wear. It is so bad. You can see how scuffed up that tire is. But Andrew knows his strategy. He knows he can do it if he can just stick out, keep himself motivated to stick it out. Stamso still losing a lot of time off of Maniac. Not able to really make any moves yet. I mean, that gap has just not gone away at all. Even with Maniac's tires maybe being a little bit more dead, Red Panda getting a time penalty for crossing the pit lane exit line. As he goes on to the soft tires, also maybe trying to go for that fastest lap points. Here's Mark Lax. He's definitely burnt all of his ERS. Who does have fastest lap, though? That's what I want to know. Fastest lap is currently Maniac with a 12-1. Everyone else is in the 13s, not even dipping into the 12, so you're really going to have to push if you want that Mark and whoever else hits. Souls and Lewis both hit. Oh, Souls. Big spin. Lewis really close to Mark now, so Mark no longer fighting for a podium whatsoever. So now, I think the podium, if I had to end it here, it would definitely be Andrew Stamso Maniac. I don't know if Maniac's going to be able to have the pace for the next three laps to get by. There's yellow flags out in the last sector. Mark, Lewis, Souls are all there, so no wonder. Here is Souls trying to make the move off of Lewis. Is he going to try to do something into turn one? Looking for an overtake, ghosting a little bit. He's going to get it as Lewis hits the wall, losing that position as Souls gets himself into that P5. Very nice. Red Panda retiring finally as he has completed 36 out of the 39 laps, so he's still going to get his 8 points that he deserves, or his 8th place points that he deserves for doing over 90% of the race. But we're still just holding out, still waiting. Andrew still leading this race. He has yet to pit off of these hards. The hards definitely going to be struggling for pace here, but he doesn't have a lot more left. So he just has 2 more laps for Andrew. Maniac is in that P2 spot. Stamso in P3, slipping away a little bit. If he gets rid of 1 more second, then he is out of that P2 spot. Mark Lax in P4. He was on for a podium today, but just couldn't get it. Lewis all over the back of Mark. Is Lewis going to maybe go for something here? Lewis really has only been going for risky moves with Souls. As we're watching... Oh, what an end piece fly off. Oh, that's just going to be so unfortunate for Lewis as he is 1 end plate now. Big hit for Souls as he hits the wall with his 1 end plate. So these two just... No, oh, there goes Lewis. Lewis. What? Oh, what? Well, Lewis doesn't have a wing, and he reset the track. Same with Souls, but Souls still does have a wing. Here is Andrew. He is going to be starting his final lap of the race on the old hard tires. But here's Maniac. 1.3 seconds is the gap, so there's still so much to lose, so much to gain. Here's Lewis. Lewis, big time penalty, cutting the Neuville chicane, as he just does not have a wing at all. Lewis. I wonder if Lewis is going to pit onto the last lap, or if he's just going to try to do another one without a wing. Yes, he is. He's going to try to do yet another lap without a wing. Here is Souls behind him. Souls is just probably going to make a very clean, very quick overtake, if I had to guess. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, you're battling with a man who has 0 front wing. I feel like you should just not be that hard. But apparently, it's going to be a little bit hard Souls essentially just pushing him, trying to get past, maybe a little bit fed up with Lewis at this point, trying to get past Lewis, completely slowing down, holding up Souls. But here's Andrew. Hear the yachts sing for him. It has been one hell of a race. Andrew has fought for so long, starting from P2 and making the tires last. And your Monaco Grand Prix winner is Andrew. As the sun is rising, the yachts sing for him. The man from Newfoundland taking home another win in World Car. Stamso getting that P2 off of Maniac. Here comes Mark Lex through Rascass into the last corner. If Mark never pit, he would have had a podium, but unfortunately, he is going to have to settle for a P4 today. Here is Lewis, 25 seconds penalties, letting Souls get by him. Souls cutting the last corner one last time. Heading into Rascass, big hit! Lewis trying to take out Souls. Lewis with even more time penalties. Soulsy resetting to track, not able to get out. Here's Souls crossing through the last corner. R.I.P. Lewis. But Souls is so determined to finish this race. Souls fought so hard for his position from a win last week to a P5 here in Monaco. This has been your Monaco Grand Prix. We started at midnight, and we have been racing so long that the sun has risen. We did 3 restarts or so. I don't know how many. I lost track. But your man from Canada, your favorite Canadian boy, is won here today. Increasing his lead in the World Car Series, Andrew currently leads with quite a bit of points. He has been one of the most consistent drivers in World Car. I think number 2 has been Souls, but Souls not really having any pace in World Car except for his win last week. I thank you all for joining me in the crown jewel of the calendar. I will be here next on Saturday to do Tier 1. Should be a fun one. I might have, or Tier 2, sorry, I might have a Mr. Golden Sniper with me. But here is your race results. Andrew, Stamso, Maniac, Mark Lex, Souls, Lewis, Davis, Panda, Feed Me Scotch, JJ, and Golden Sniper. I have been your fun, loving host, Toasty Oven Bread, and I wish you all a great rest of your week as we head in and wait for Spain and Tier 2. I, once again, have been Toasty Oven Bread. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope this has been a fun one.